Good morning, Jafffa Adventures. We're back on the trail after what was a pretty amazing gorge camp. That was probably, from a visual stunningness point of view, one of the best camps we've had on the trip so far. So the old Kennedy Ranges really are turning it on. We're dropping down off of the plateau today, down to the valley below. Now the only thing that I know that we are going to hit for certain is Honeycomb Gorge. And all the rest is going to be a little bit of a mystery. We don't know where we're camping tonight. We just know that we're going down off the top of this plateau. Jill brought her flies in here with us. Still, they're all yours.
I'm stinky.
None of them were mine.
We've already gone past 2 entrances to campsites just while we've been recording this. So along that escarpment there is a lot of campsites.
They are everywhere, yes. On top of the cliffs here, we have just visited White Stacks. That was stunning. So unique. And the little peninsula that Jill walked out to and stood on the end of, there was somebody drove out there, you said, huh?
Pretty far out, to the start of it.
Crazy.
Had a ton or two onto the wrong spot and you could be gone. The next spot on our map I can see in 9.3 kilometers is Merlin, which is Homestead Ruins.
We took a photo of the sign at the entrance to the park, and it's got little waypoints marked on it. And it is useful to do that because the Explore Oz Traveler map that we're running doesn't show these. So it's handy to take a photo of that before you come into the park. After I've just been lauding the wonderfulness of taking a photo of that sign, one thing that it doesn't show is all the attractions on the eastern edge of the park. So the Honeycomb Gorge, and if there's anything else down on that side, which we don't know about, that sign doesn't show it. So we're going to have to magically find them ourselves. We're at Merlin Station. And just exploring some of the ruins around here. There's the old classic rock on the corrugated iron to stop it from flapping in the breeze. Isolate here in emergency. Okay. Not much here now, but empty rooms. Corrugated iron, concrete floor, which would get blazing hot in the summer. Okay, this is an intriguing tree. I don't think I've seen one like this before. Have a look at that leaf shape. It looks like it might be related to a tulip tree or something like that, but I don't know. I like it, whatever it is. What do we got here? Almost like a chicken coop or something, because it's got the chicken wire all over it to keep out foxes, I'd imagine. And it hasn't burnt yet. Amazing. That little bit of corrugated iron could use a rock on top of it. It's a toilet, but it's actually plumbed in, so it's not a long drop. And of course, this is the old homestead itself, I'd suggest. Long since burnt down. And the only thing left is a lonely chimney. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got left of Merlin. The ravages of time and fires have taken their toll. It was a sizable building at one time. The old cast iron stove. Well, I think we'll climb back in the car and leave the stories as a mystery to us. Got out and coming back down off the escarpment from where the station is. And you do have this one sort of gnarly rocky bit that you have to negotiate. And once you've done that, it's easy as.
Terry's heading out to do the bush gate. We're obviously leaving the national park now. That side is very well matched.
5 minutes later.
Good job, Terry.
Some dickhead didn't know how to restring a bush gate.
And just did it crazy.
Yeah, they wired it shut.
Oh, they didn't know what they were doing.
Those handles are used as levers.
Mm-hmm.
They did not know that. And now driving out to the main road. It's a little bit sad because the Kennedy Ranges, the epic part, is behind us, I think. We still have a little bit of exploring to do. And there's a mesa in front of us. No more Fakawi tours. We got this.
I still think there could be Fakawi too.
Okay, there probably
There always is a risk.
There's always a risk of Fakawis, yes. Lonely windmill without the windy bits. We're not too far from the main road now, and we found this old abandoned shearing shed. Man, the amount of work that would have went in to put this thing together is huge. It's obviously been in a bushfire and all the roof trusses have burnt out of the thing. And that's obviously where they do the actual shearing, because, you know, I'm the expert shearer and everything. There's the little drive motors that run the clippers. There's the runs for the sheepies when they're shorn. They spit them out the door and they come out here. That may be an old sorting table. Man, if this roof iron could talk. Wow, look at that. Timber fell onto the ground and it got completely encased by the termites. FR 1948. That's cast into the concrete floor. I wonder whether that was the age of the building itself. or whether that was a floor that was laid down a little bit later. Let's go out front, maybe we can find a date on it. No, we're out front and there is no date on it. We are not too far from the main road, in quotation marks. We just crossed over a gas pipeline and are heading south towards Mount Augustus and Gascoyne Junction. We are going to
What?
we are going to duck. We are going to duck back into the park.
I'm still losing it.
And here's our main road. Look at this. Poplar, gravel, graded. Poplar. It's a poplar road.
I don't know.
So we are going to duck back into the park and have a look at Honeycomb Gorge and any other signs that we might see that say park. Interesting thing to look at. It is now lunchtime. We left camp this morning at about 8 o'clock and we are pulling into Temple Gorge. Have some lunch and we'll see what sort of walks are in the park here. Where are we heading to, hon?
Honeycomb Gorge.
Honeycomb Gorge, and we're on foot. A little bit of physical activity never hurt anybody. Carry me.
I gave you lunch. Now you should be energized.
Yep, I am re-energized. I was getting hangry. Look at these. They're like little iron nodules that are inside of all of these rocks. And that's got to be volcanic that gives it that sort of shape, surely. I wish I had a magnet, I could check it out. Oh, look at this big round sucker here, hon.
It's pretty like a turtle.
That is cool. And it's massive too. And it's hollow. There's the scale of those clinkers that are sitting there beside Jill. They're the strangest thing. All this red rock and then this steel, purple rusty stuff. Okay, I am suitably impressed. That is crazy, isn't it?
Have people thrown rocks up there
I think they must have, eh?
and tried to get them to land in a hole?
Yeah, possibly. There's Jill, and if I scroll up, that's a couple 100 meters anyway, isn't it? And here's what the honeycombs look like close up and from the side. It's like different types of sandstone. Here's another one of those iron nuggets laying on the ground. There's big honeycombs and then there's little teeny tiny honeycombs. Like these guys are the size of a finger.
These are Terry's two favorite sections of honeycomb at Honeycomb Gorge. They are very nice. What are you doing, Ter?
I love them. These are my favorite honeycombs. I feel like I'm on a Wraith spaceship on Stargate Atlantis. And you're gonna get put into a giant web and get your soul sucked out. It's very, very, very cool. I hope you can hear my fly friends tagging along for the walk. Goodbye, Honeycomb Gorge. It's a short walk out. It's only 600 meters. You can do it in pluggers, but if you break your ankle, don't blame me. Or if you blow a plug, which is much more likely. I think Jill's leading us on a Fakawi tour. I think it's to the right, hon. Yep. Yep, I'm certain. Yeah. Yep, there's the trail right in front of you. Good job. Easy access back here. We came in on a dirt road, which was 10 out of 10. It had just been graded. It was beautiful. From this angle, this looks like a traditional bird or eagle that you'd see on the top of a totem pole. Always watching. There's no camping area here or anything like that. It's just a day use only part of the park. Highly recommend it though. Put a flag and a map on this one and get out here and check this out, guys. You won't be disappointed. If you're looking at this cliff saying, gee, that's an imposing looking cliff, but it really looks like shit because it's all in shadow, you'd be right, because this is the sunrise viewing area. But since we're not going to be here for sunrise, we decided to come down and just have a little squiz. And I could see how that cliff would light up in the sunrise. Very pretty and imposing. We are heading into the Temple Gorge camping area now. We're not going to camp here. You can get back here very easily with all your caravans and trailers and all the rest of it. We'll find something a little bit further afield, but we'll poke in and have a look anyway. Here's a dude slogging it out in the heat. Good on you, buddy. Backpack, thongs, good to see. We did not do the Temple Gorge walk. It is too hot out there at the moment. It's over 30 degrees. And that's just a little toasty. You want to do that when it's cool, like morning, or do it now and take lots of water and be prepared to sweat your ring out.
And there's a big sign that said people have died in this park.
Now this particular gorge is called Draper's Gorge. So we won't be walking it either, but we are going to drive back into the parking lot, turn around in our air-conditioned comfort, and go somewhere else.
Obviously people camp out here and then go do the gorges at the right time of the day. Like
Yes.
as a destination place.
Yeah, definitely.
Hikers have died in this park. Are you ready for this hike?
I am standing on a cobbled road. Back in the Depression, when there was a big work scheme to get people employed, they employed a bunch, hundreds and hundreds of people, to build these cobbled roads. And this particular road here was used to haul wool. And the reason they made these cobbled roads was if you got a little bit of rain, it'd get bogged instantly in the mud. And in the sandy sections, you got stuck in the sand. Making this cobbled stuff, you've actually got some good purchase, and you don't go down. Look at how arrow straight that is. That is bloody awesome. There's a little information board that said that they built these roads with picks and shovels. Unbelievable. And Brendan, if you're watching, check out how those rocks are keyed in, mate. Awesome. Well done, boys in the 30s.
Terry and I are sitting here having afternoon drinks. And what should magically appear in the riverbed of the Gascoyne River? Another goanna. We saw one on the way into the river, and there's one out in the middle.
I think it's a Gila monster.
I don't know. They're very cool. I'm not scared of them at all. Lots of people are. A lot of women I know are petrified of them. We're back on the Gascoyne River, and I'm cooking some dinner at the moment. And we just had a shower come through, which was most inconvenient of it. You can hear dinner popping and crackling. Sky is quite pretty. I'll film it some more. Looks gloomy that way.